So what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about the track "Moanin',"
Yeah.
and this was a composition that was written by Bobby Timmons,
Yes.
and I believe Bobby Timmons was 22 years old when he wrote
Wow.
this track, dude. All right, let's give it a listen.
Hmm.
All right.
Woo.
Woo. The first thing that I hear in this tune is call and response.
That's just what I'm about to say. That's an African construct.
Is call and response. Everything
Hmm.
in the top is call and response.
Yeah.
Uh, the piano starting it, uh, the bass and the drums answering,
Yeah.
then the horns uh, do the call.
Hmm.
Everybody answers, so it
Yeah.
flips, right? So
Right.
uh and so that was my first, like, wow, this is called, this is,
Even coming out of this solo to the next solo is a call and response.
and inside the solos, I
Right.
mean,
And
we'll talk about some of that, is
and piano play.
it's
Yeah.
not a
Triplets.
call and response, man.
Yeah.
So
Like come in so hard. But first of all, let me just the that shuffle feel is just so like that 2 and 4 is so strong, but not so much. There's an art to playing it because it's not loud,
right,
but it's just got it has weight to it, but it's not overbearing.
right,
So,
right.
but when Lee Morgan comes in, he comes
It's
in
over, man. When Lee Morgan
like
comes in,
a
it's over.
gangbuster, bruh. A freaking gangbuster, bruh.
It's
it's like, oh, we here, we in it right now. And my other take about it is this: where we talk about bebop being so cerebral, and when we talk about schools where we study stuff, kind of one of the things we think about is for every chord there's a scale, and in this music, it's not that. They're playing like one scale over 4 different chords, 5, 6 different chords. It's just one scale, and so they're not in the minutia about trying to play vertically, right? Where here's a chord, and every time a chord passed by, I'm going to play stuff for this chord. No, they're worried about playing horizontally. They're like, I'm playing across the bar, across the changes. It's almost like the chords don't even matter. The melody is so strong. The melody that they're creating is so strong, it doesn't matter what the chords are. Now, of course, they're playing harmonies, but when we talk about the stylistic points of the music, we're talking about them playing the blues, basically. And there's some bebop language that he's throwing in, but not a lot. Not a lot, because he's not trying to play all over the chords. He's not trying to play the harmony. So, but now another aspect is the rhythmic aspect of soloing, which I think that we've gotten away from. So
Repeat that again.
we've gotten away from the rhythmic aspect of soloing.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
Where's a triplet? Do people even play triplets anymore? Do they leave the space for the triplet? Do they pull back on certain phrases to give, are they in the pocket when they're playing?
They don't understand rhythm, man.
Right.
If you haven't studied rhythm, you can't play like this.
Right.
It's as simple as that. It really is as simple as that.
And you have to have space in order for a response. If you do a call, you have to wait, right? You got to leave space for a response. You can't go ba 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 da 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 da, right? You have to go ba ba da ba da ba da.
You mentioned the shuffle.
Yes.
Let's take a listen to
yes
Blakey's shuffle. You described it as it's not hard, but there's a lot of weight to it. I really like that.
Yeah.
So let's check this out, because it's I use the term skating. It's kind of skates. It kind of
yes.
You see somebody skate, it kind of has a skate to it. So
right.
Let's check a little bit of this out.
Okay.
That's insane. I never even thought about that. I don't think there's any bass drum in that groove. But I think, but it that plays into the lightness of the groove that you were
right
talking about, in terms of it's not hard,
Now, could the bass drum be in a bass part?
I don't think so, because you can hear when he plays the bass drum.
Right. Me too.
Because he's playing Only time he played the bass drum sounds like is when he would accent, because he was accenting the cymbal with the bass drum. So that's interesting. Let's see if we can pick up some of what the bass is doing.
Yeah.
Oh, are you kidding me? Half notes? Man, wait a minute. Let me stop this right now.
I was about to tell you.
Stop this right now, man. Let me stop this right now.
I'm about to tell you something. Is that not call and response? Because it makes beat 2 and 4. It's not even it's not even a half note because he's letting 2 and 4 on the snare have the response. Boom, pop, boom, pop. It's just masterful. It's like he's not. How can you hear 2 and 4 if you occupy the space?
Here it is.
Here it comes.
Last A. Last A, I think.
Snares in the open.
So it kind of cuts there. But you get the idea. That's
what makes the groove work.
It makes the groove work because everybody's playing a part.
Yes.
That makes a sum of the whole. So, oh boy. Here, let's add the piano.
Yes.
Right there. Right there. Right there. Let's play that one more time.
Wait for open space.
Let's add the solo to this because I think he's playing off of the solo.
Yes, yes.
So let's go ahead and add the solo. Let's start again from that same position.
Pause. Pet peeve moment from piano players and especially guitar players.
Okay.
Why are you guys allergic to beat 1? When we comp, play on beat 1. What's wrong? Everybody wants to go. What's wrong with boom, 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 boom? But what's wrong with beat 1? What's wrong with playing a chord on beat 1 and holding it?
That's a good question.
Why do we got to do the ands and e's of things? Why do we have to do that? And if you're playing on 1-3, when your time comes to answer, you'll be ready to do it because there's so much room, so much space. If you think about it like a conversation for comping, let's say me and you are having a conversation and you're in your dialogue. Comping would be like when you say something, I go like, yeah, I know that's right. What? Man, say that again. Stuff like that it's not talking with you at the same time. It's just kind of undergirding some stuff. And it's not just being silent either. I could just let you talk. But every now and then you need somebody to say, I know that's right, or what? Just those little interjections, but not taking over the conversation.
Right.
So, but in order for that dialogue to happen, the person who is speaking first has to leave space, has to have a cadence to the way they're talking. And so if you don't leave that space, nobody's going to want to converse with you. Nobody's going to want to have a conversation because you're hogging the conversation.
I mean, dude, aren't there people that everybody has people in their life?
Yes.
You can't get a word in edgewise.
Cannot.
I got a good friend of mine. I love him. But man, he will talk over you. Like in the minute I start my thought, here he come back.
Right.
And it just gets to a point to where it's just like man, go ahead. Whatever you want to say, and I'll When I'm ready, I'll hang up. All right, let's go back and
Woo! Right there. Benny Golson. He resolved it.
wow.
He resolved it.
Wow.
So Lee Marvin, da 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 da, and then Benny goes to da da da. Resolves the thought.
Wow. Killing. All right, let's let this play. You hear how the bass has changed? I just had to stop it right. So he's playing a different pattern now. He's in a completely different mode.
But that's because Benny Golson is playing a different way too.
But that's what I'm talking about.
Right.
Is how many times have you said, I think I heard you say that we were just in a conversation the other night you're talking about man, when don't play the same thing for every solo.
Right.
I think you were talking to one of your students, trying to tell one of your students
in
your class is don't play the same thing for every solo.
Right. Okay.
Woo. Wow.
There are some train isms in Benny Golson's playing too. Some John Coltrane things. But is a train, a callback to a train. So I wish.
But it worked because he only did a little bit of it. Had he
Right.
started at the beginning with all of that, where you got to go. That's another
Right.
thing is
shape.
Yeah, I mean, you don't always have to necessarily build yourself. Sometimes you can start hot and then you can descend from there.
Right. Right.
But you like you said, it has to have some kind of shape. It has to have some kind of arc to it.
Another one. 5, 6, 7. Train.
Man.
7 times.
Man. It is always like he said, forget you, Lee. I'm going to do my.
Right. Now I'm going. I gave you tribute, but now I'm going.
There's something I heard that I wanted you to talk about. I'm just going to play this. This right here.
What a great groove. Now he's doing ants. Can I nerd out on that? After nerd out on that.
I just opened up Pandora's box. Here we go. But I wanted you to, first of all, did you know that part was in there like that?
No, I didn't. I didn't even think about it. I
didn't even listen
for it.
Like,
but now it makes so much sense.
These themes that these cats are playing inside of their parts. They're coming up with, and it's like, okay, wait a second. Did he write? Is this? I mean, he wrote the tune. Did he write this in?
I don't know, but I can see it happening in a moment, being a logical thing, both rhythmically and harmonically.
Okay.
All right. So, can I bring this is so crazy. I never even noticed this before. Okay. So, the whole phrase of the A section is based off of 4 chords. 1, 6, 2, 5. It just repeats. The bridge is the only thing that's different. So,
right.
1, and it's in a minor key, which I was going to talk about when we talk about the piano solo in a second. But all right. So, instead of going F minor, D7, G7, C7, he goes bump, ba-doo, ba-doo, ba, upper half step bump, upper half step dominant chord, ba-doo-da. Now, you might ask the question, why does that work? And from a theoretical perspective, this is so crazy. The 5 chord is the last chord you play before the 1 again. I know this sounds crazy, you guys, but he knows if he goes up a half step and makes it a dominant chord, it's a tritone substitution for the 5. This is so crazy. What it is ultimately what it's telling me is I don't have to play all the chords. I can play 2 chords instead of 4. And we talk about a cadence. All I got to do is play the root and then the cadence. The other chords in between is leaving space. Like if you play, can you play it from that spot again, Chris?
Okay. Let's see.
I want you guys to listen to the 2 chords that he's playing. Stop right there. It's so understated. It is genius. Because other chords, if y'all remember, he's going on 1 and 3, he's going bump, 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 bump. That's how was his comp style. Bump, bump, bump. This one is bump, ba-do, ba-do, bump, ba-do, ba-do, bump, ba-do, ba-do, bump. That's 2 chords that he's playing instead of 4.
Wow.
But the groove is so strong that you don't even think about how that's fitting in. I'm saying to myself now, I got to do this.
All right, so let's do the piano solo. Woo! Well, there is somebody. I mean, immediately that I hear in that solo that you would probably never even think about because he's not necessarily a jazz musician, but he's a
James
pioneer.
Brown.
You're in the right area, but not James Brown.
Okay, who you got?
Little Richard, man.
Oh yeah, same thing.
Little Richard, man, was Little Richard.
Ray Charles, Little Richard, any of those you could put in an insert. So what's your perspective about the piano solo?
I mean, it's one of those things again that's technically it's not going to knock you out. It's not like a display. It's not a lot of fireworks. It's not a
right. People might think it's piano players today might think it's kind of lame.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah.
But there's so many what you want to nuggets, whatever you want to say in there of man, I could develop, I could expand. Like there's things in there that you definitely want to study. I can't technically say what they are because I'm not can, but you certainly can. But there's little things in there. Again, Bobby, he's 22 years old, man. Yeah. What were you do? We hear what's going on with 20 with let's see what you doing at 22.
Yeah. It's definitely blues and riff based, right?
Blues, right? Riffs. That's a good way to put it.
So, and then you have like the showiness of bam, 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 the glissando, bam. But all of them was milking certain things too, which is a trait of the blues. Undulations, all these different things that we do in the blues that's you would say is showy or emotive that existed, right? It's just not a brain drain. But I also want to bring to the fact that the construct goes against Western European theory in as much as this song is in a minor key and he starts hitting these chords midway through his solo that's almost dominant seven in nature, which in Black gospel music, there's a belief that the major third and the flat third can exist at the same time. All right, so I know that's a lot.
That last week, didn't you?
Yeah. And so Jimi Hendrix, one of the people who played a chord that was major and minor at the same time. Stevie Wonder, when he plays I Wish, is really a church bass line. Boom, 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 boom. It's church. And when he's playing these descending chords, it's really a church song. It's a really church feel. And that theory is different from European hit theory. And so Bobby Timmons is superimposing that over the structure. And so what does that tell us as piano players? You got, like Chris says, you got to go to the source. You got to figure out what the source of the music is. And then Gary Motley told me, if you don't understand it, at least you can get license out of it. You can say, hey, I don't know how this works, but I do know that Bobby Timmons played this and it sounded good. Right?
That's funny.
So you don't have to always understand it to know, hey, this sounds good. This sounds greasy. Just like, well, our good friend Craig Shaw, every now and then he got to go get his Church of Fried Chicken fix. It's the weirdest thing in the world. He's like, it's that time again where I got to go get my annual Church of Fried Chicken. You're like, why are you doing it? It's like that grease got to hit him sometimes, And so there's no other explanation. Is that it's greasy, man, the way he's playing it and the way he's doing it. And everything doesn't have to be cerebral.
Yeah.
Right?
Grease.
What is Charlton saying something about that too, about the solo? Charlton says, I love Timmons' display sweeps second time around, playing off his original ideas. Such understated brilliance. Yeah, it is brilliant. It's also felt, it's like, ooh, he's in the pocket with that bad boy too. Absolutely. I dare say it's harder to learn that than the little fast lines that you would play for a bebop thing.
Yeah. if I had to say one thing that separates us from this generation is that if we got hooked on a cat, we wanted to know where that cat got his stuff from. Right. That was almost more important than studying the guy, initially. It's like when I got into fusion, before I was even thinking about playing straight ahead, I was listening to and trying to play a lot of fusion stuff, and I would hear about these guys, Tony Williams and Lenny White and Billy Cobham. And I was like, man, well, okay, well, let me see where this came from.
Mm-hmm.
Tony Williams, because I had heard Tony Williams play fusion way before I heard him play
straight ahead
on Nefertiti or any of those early Miles records. So,
right.
But that's what I would, recommend. Man, find out the sources of where the cats that you love, find those sources out. All right, let's hear what the bass does in the piano solo, and we'll call it a night.
You take the piano out. Can't take it.
This is killing me, dude. So he went back to the original figure that he was playing with Lee. That boom, but now he's sliding. He's going boom, 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 do, do, boom, boom, boom. So it just developed. He's taking the same thing, but he's playing it a different way. That's interesting because the bass moves with the piano. That had to be written in.
Nah, you could hear it happening. Doom, doom, down. It's a riff. You could hear it happening.
How's the bass player gonna know? Or do you think he just felt what he's doing?
I think because so as a piano player and with bass players, we play a guessing game sometimes, right? Like if we throw out, that's one of those spots where the harmony changes, where he goes to dominant 7 chord instead of minor, and he does these chords that's how can I say it? They're not supposed to be there, but the bass player controls the harmony. So as a piano player, if I know that the bass player is going to follow me on something, I'll change the harmony, and the bass player knows, play the root notes that's associated with that, and it gives me the leeway to change up the harmony any way I want to. So I think that once the piano player played those chords like that, he said, "Oh, my job is to play the root notes and let him change up the harmony like he wants to."
Let's hear that again. I don't know about that.
You didn't hear the harmony change, like the way you play this chord? So the same thing, but he mixed displaced it. I just noticed something else about Bobby Timmons' play, and he likes to play those block chords, which was like a construct that Red Garland and Whitney Kelly like to play too. So he might have been influenced by that as well.
Yeah, you might be right. Because it sounded like the bass thought he was going to do it again,
right?
And he went to play that same figure, boom, boom, boom. Mm-hmm. But then Timmons didn't. He didn't do it, and the bass player got caught doing the.
I caught it, right?
But then he adjusted. So it's it's hard to say. It's very rare because who was it? Martin that asked that question about how much is written or how much is played. It's very hard to. Those things are just never really written in. All right, guys. Thank you so much, and we will see you all next week. Bye.